Well, pick and ban is about to start. GeO immediately bans away the Annette. Teamy as the immediate rebuttal by Nova Esports. They are on the red. GeO Esports will take up the blue as we get ourselves underway with the ban pick for game number 2.
I really want to see the Omen ban down here. And the
Hello?
Violet?
Yeah, no, I don't understand it either. I didn't make like a question noise. I'm just gonna say that out loud. That's weird.
That hero wasn't in the bans or the picks last game.
Baldum, though, is the immediate reaction there by Nova.
But jump. Florentino?
Yep.
Still here. Elsu? Still here. Sephra? Still here.
This forces...
Richter? Still here.
This forces GeO now to have to make a decision. Yeah, they have to go with the Sephra because they don't want to leave 2 members of the potential big 3 open. There is, yeah. Now... I say Nova doesn't ban any of them. Richter's alive, Elsu's alive, Florentino's alive. Leave all 3 of them open. Ryoma in the immediate ban, they keep that as a likeness. Because now GeO Esports,
Florentino.
No, I take Elsu because then that leaves Richter and Florentino. That's 2 side laners. You can't really take both of them.
Elsu is the lock-in. D2, you hold your self-prediction correct. Richter and Florentino, they do not care.
Okay, this forces a marksman jungler.
Or Richter support.
Or Richter support, that is also true.
It is something that we've seen over in the Asian regions, and as we know from Nova, they do the research, could be an opportunity.
They experience it from Pain. Pain did have the Richter support. Can Nova play it? Shaka's really good. I wouldn't put it past him.
Aram, Liliana locked in now for GeO Esports. They're seeming to have a little bit more confidence in their picks as they pick them up pretty quickly. Now the 3-4 is an opportunity for Nova.
Aram is nice into the Richter because she can lock him down when he jumps in with that Hunter's Mark. And it really makes it difficult for him to dive the backline.
Lindis and Tulin are locked in now for Nova Esports, still creating opportunities with what the Lindis is going to do. Though the Necroth looks like to be the melee jungler potentially picked up for GeO.
So the problem I'm seeing for GeO is what I kind of highlighted when we were talking about the Elsu prior to the draft jump. I don't see how this Elsu plays with the rest of their composition because GeO want to play aggressive early into the enemy backlines. And this Elsu is going to need to stay in the side lane, get power farm, not take team fights early. And that doesn't feel like a very GeO strategy at all to me.
They round it out with Necroth and Wonder Woman. Zephys as the final lock-in here for Nova Esports. And so now we get the shuffles, we get the moves around to find out where everyone's going to go.
You know what? I think that they're going to just say, to heck with it, and just play Elsu aggressively anyway. Just build a auto attack and just run up there. Just be like, I'm in there, boys. Just shooting him like with the shotgun.
I don't want to live in a world where that works, so I'm going to say it won't.
I mean, we said that about Valheim, and then look what they changed Valheim into. So, you know, some things, despite how difficult the nightmare might be.
Right, but that was Tencent actively trying to make me upset, and that's different from this, where Tencent have already made Elsu powerful, but not like that, hopefully.
Just walk up there and point-blank snipe. It's like a shotgun. Really hurts.
I'm uncomfortable because actually that might be something GeO Esports go for. Because it's, I think, actually one of the only ways that works, kind of using the Elsu almost like a second Liliana for that front line.
Don't look at me.
I need help.
Look, there's a load screen.
Help me.
I need help. You need help. There's not enough professional help up in that room.
I just saw your face and I couldn't, you seem so confused. Like, I don't even know what's going to happen here. Anyway. They do go for the marksman jungler on the side of Nova, though.
Yes.
So that is something. That means that they are going to go with the Richter support, though, if you look at that lineup.
What I will say, though, despite the hope and theory crafting that we're doing for GeO, Nova Esports does have an early game. They do have power, they do have opportunity, but we're getting word, we're getting visual representation. The game has been loaded, the Antares battlefield is here. Both teams are taking it on, finding themselves at the line of scrimmage. Match 2, game 2 of our Latin American region, Nova, GeO.
And I picked up my pen from where I dropped it when they drafted Elsu.
Very well done. And I had to correct myself from about 20 seconds ago. It wasn't a marksman jungler, even though Lindis typically is.
It'll be white.
Yeah, it will.
Playing against No Mercy. Both melee jungle, and that will be, I think, a favor over to white in that specific matchup. The Necroth gives them the power to burn down a lot of the lower HP characters opposing them. I have a question for you. We've seen a lot about Florentino. Is there value in burning him down with an assassin?
Not really, because he'll just kill them on the backside. What you want to do with Florentino is just fight him with numbers. You don't want to have him go into those duels. And in particular, you want to be able to burn him down with a range so that he can't get close to you, and that's where Manga comes in on this Elsu.
0-8 down in the bot lane. Will be there to challenge Manga's Elsu. Lindis versus Elsu is a matchup we've already seen today, and it was a Lindis that won. Is that going to be consistent or just a one-off?
If I remember correctly, wasn't the Lindis in the jungle though?
Yes, it was.
Or was it to Telnos? Oh my goodness. Anyway, the Lindis actually has a pretty reasonable time because she can flit in and out of fight so easily. It makes it hard for those snipes to land. I do like the Necroth going with the Elsu though. The reason why is because Necroth is great at finishing off a target that's half health. And half health happens often with snipes.
Elwind in trouble. GeO Esports already down a member.
That's so beautifully done by Nova. Their rotations are so on point this day.
Sir Mustard does get burned down. That means GeO gets some control up top, but Nova are all right with that. The Missile Dragons, theirs in the meantime.
They're doing so well throughout both of these games. I am so impressed by Nova, and the fact that they're able to make all this work. Sir Mustard just gets out of there because he's a Florentino, and because he can take on multiple members at the same time.
Mid lane, Smith wants to push forward into Shaka and No Mercy. But that's kind of a rough matchup.
Yeah, Richter is just going to be able to burn so much down, even from that support position. You see him already going for the Hermes Select. That is very much standard.
There he goes. Just a little zoom out. I'm here, then a goodbye.
I love the Richter as a support in the LATAM region in particular because it just fits them so perfectly. Why don't we just put another damage dealer on our support?
We saw it work well already once in North America, correct?
It was in Latin America.
Oh, it was
actually.
LATAM. You're right.
It worked very well until it didn't. Until they threw on the cores. But
that Pain Gaming side lost for other reasons against this very same Nova roster.
Exactly. And they saw how it failed. Perhaps they can show how it works.
Oh, yes, they can. That's going to be No Mercy in trouble. Oh, GeO clean up top. No Mercy actually survives. Sir Mustard doesn't. Drift away. White can't quite catch him.
And over on the other side of the map, Shaka was taken out also by Elwin before he goes down. Oh, we're back to LATAM, TJ.
And we're back to GeO, dominating an early game with an Elsu I said would struggle.
Oh, Manga's proven you wrong. Going for those massive snipes.
That's tower.
Yeah, that is a tower. The reason why he's able to get so many snipes off TJ is because he has those flashy boots. That's 15% cooldown reduction, and he has the Astral Spear to boot as well. Every snipe will hurt.
People underestimate the value of those fresh kicks. They can give you all of the boots actually are very, very strong items.
Yes, they give you so much more value efficiency-wise than for the gold you paid for them. The only downside is you can't just go 6 boots.
You say that like a challenge.
They are unique passes, TJ. Do not try it.
And I've seen a Valheim that disagrees with you. Top lane, Sir Mustard's going back in for a brawl. He'll be snared in. Mega takes that as an opportunity for an execute. He needs to disengage now, and he barely stays ahead of No Mercy. But Nova can't connect as GeO scoop up an missile in the meantime.
We complimented Nova, but GeO's doing a great job at this macro thing. They just discovered it. It seems like they're doing a very good job distracting on one side and taking the Abyssal on the other.
And that gives them a gold lead. Stark contrast to the previous game.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem with Nova here is it seems like the hyper-aggression isn't favoring them. That they were biding their time last game, TJ, and this game it feels that they feel forced to go for these engagements.
That snipe!
Because of the Richter. Oh.
It's so hard to land a snipe onto a Tulan.
Tell Manga that.
No, I don't dare.
He's like, look, he's easy.
White actually managed to steal away that golem as well, if you're not done being astonished.
Oh my goodness. GeO making this work so well. Again, the Elsu Necroth combo, we haven't seen it yet take out a hero, but that is going to be so powerful once it starts ramping up because you get a snipe off, you get them to half health. Necroth says, I see a target, I can take him out and get out of here.
And this Elsu build is going to be something to track. You can already see the Muramasa completed, which is why the snipes are now beginning to chunk. If he's able to continue getting out ahead, that will get more and more deadly. However, I would track something. GeO Esports, as we said, may struggle to keep Manga in lane farming. That's not exactly their strength. And for the last few moments, he's been rotating between top and mid, not farming.
Right, he needs to continue to get that damage on his side. He really only has the dagger, on the double dagger after this Muramasa, which means he's probably going into that Fafnir's Talon to give him some of that attack speed. This is very common. You start with the snipes, then you go for the auto attack so you can actually brawl a little bit if it comes to it.
Smith may be in trouble. Lots of Nova members around him, but he's able to withdraw and actually calls the rest of the team with the Ring of the Fiend. That will be wide, accelerating into Shaka. Smith comes through as well. That's a nice pick. GeO up 3-2, now taking the kill lead.
That is White showing how good he is on that Necroth. The micro that comes out from this man is beautiful, just absolutely annihilating a Richter.
Now they'll try and get their second Abyssal of the game. Sir Mustard's here, Smith and Lycan are there for the zone. They'll chase him back, White gets his Abyssal.
I want to point out the Ring of the Fiend on both sides here. There's going to be lots of zoom, TJ.
Oh, yes!
Lots of members picked off if ever they're caught off guard.
Shaka in particular makes me excited for that.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
He will move so fast.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be going the maximum speed with that Hermes Select in addition to that Ring of the Fiend.
SA overall's caught in the snare, the rest of the team is there, but White is already melted. That could go very badly wrong. They only got SA overall, and it is Shaka brawling. Elwin does survive the damage, but no mercy's there. The Dance Flurry will find the kill. They've already lost Smith, meaning it's 3 players down, and only Menge to hold this lane.
Finally, Nova showing the prowess in those re-engages, and it makes it so deadly when you have your support as a Richter. He just gets on you and applies that damage until you fall.
Very nicely done in that team fight.
I want to see Nova continue to do that. Not seek out kills, but go for the re-engages from now on.
What went wrong, though? Because that seemed to start so well. Elwin flicker ulting in.
Well, that's exactly how Nova want to fight in the first place. It's like I mentioned, with their aggressive comp, they're able to go on the re-engage, and that's what's been Nova's strength this entire time. GeO loves being aggressive, Nova loves punishing aggression.
Menge will get punished, but Elwin keeps him there. Hey, think about what you did.
You will stand here under this tower and think about it, young man.
Longer timeout than I expected. It does result in death, which is typically a bad sign. Smith will be here in the mid lane to maintain the clear. Up top, GeO Esports, though, still are struggling to hold this tower. White with his Judgment Blade does stun up Shaka, but 0-8 juggles the aggro well and gets rid of the tower.
I'm going to point out that Shaka is typically, I mean, he is a support player. He's still playing support on that Richter, but to be able to play it to this well.
Yeah.
You know, the support players we see, they're not playing support because they can't play the Assassins, TJ. They're really good in their own right.
Support is a really difficult role, to be fair.
Yeah, very much so. And anyone who doubted that is seeing that right now. There is lots of skill on Shaka.
0-8, SA overall will go for this Abyssal Dragon. Shaka's keeping the vision tight. A little bit lower HP than he's used to, but it's still more than enough to zone them back. No mercy's actually keeping the fight going. Brawling onto Elwin, the Ring of the Fiend gives Elwin enough vision to know it's time to leave. And he'll do exactly that.
Playing with fire, though, is Nova because the snare was up. If they went under the tower, they could have died.
Sir Mustard brawls into a 1v2. That Florentino ever willing to take a fight.
If Florentino's able to get lots of damage off in one area because of his flowers, he can and will take a 1v2, TJ.
I'm waiting for those snipes to come in, but Lycan down bottom is landing a double bracelets and flickering to safety. It will not get him out. Now Elwin's here as well. Shaka goes for the full damage. Him and White, though, are just interested in playing from behind tower.
Yeah, just a little bit of zone.
Oh, Elwin, you're in a lot of trouble. He's gonna get burned down. You can't dive 1v3. I don't care how tanky you are.
Yeah, thought he could get through it with the snare, but the patience there from Nova to get through it and get the kill in the end. Just great play from them.
2 towers taken up by Nova. Mid and bot lane. This started so well for GeO. One team fight up top, and it's all folded.
Absolutely. GeO is up 3,000 gold, TJ, and now it's the exact opposite. It's been flipped on its head. This is what Nova loves to do. They love to punish you for your aggression and go on the re-engage time and time again.
But, contrast to last game, GeO have kept the lead very close, and we did say we favor GeO on defense.
They play very well in that defensive role, so if Nova...
My goodness.
Sir
Mustard knows now. He'll be very alarmed, try and leap in. That might actually cost him a great deal as the snipe will arc through. He dodges it. Smith stays alive as well. Dark Slayer over to GeO.
I can't believe they're able to take that underneath the... That was an interesting dance. I got so distracted.
Yeah, that completely shattered your attention.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
Not really.
All right. Lycan will go in, challenging, 0-8, very low. Actually, he almost gets the kill. White's there to finish it off. He'll go in, does get the kill, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. That's not positive.
Oh, yeah. GeO, again, their over-aggression is hurting them so badly. Trying to go in there, and White even had the Drake to his name. He can't let it go until Nova's already pushed into the towers.
Yeah, that's pretty devastating, but there's a good snare, no mercy. Will fall, a second kill over, evening up the player score.
It seems like the aggressor is losing every single fight, TJ. It's the side that re-aggresses who is the one who wins.
Seeing those overlapping rings of the Fiend for the maximum zoomage is pretty great.
Well, you got to use the Ring of the Fiend to run away from a Ring of the Fiend, of course, obviously.
Oh, as the overall's got to be getting a little bit tired of that act.
Yeah, Manga does have that Fenrir's Tooth now, so he's going to be chunking through so many heroes now.
He's done a good job. We said late game, this Elsu will be very powerful if only he gets farmed up. That's all 3 of the core items now over to him.
Yeah, absolutely. The Merm also provides that percentage pierce to his name, and that the Fafnir's Talon for even more percentage damage, actually.
Sir Master is in trouble, but GeO, they've just let this Drake go to waste. Yeah.
That's all.
Shaka, though, in trouble. Does get lassoed on. GeO won't chase.
I don't think that Nova can take this fight. I don't think they should.
Probably not, but could GeO have taken it? Why didn't they defend the Drake?
You got me. You got me. You really shouldn't let the Drake go like that up towards front. That's why the hyper-aggression of GeO can hurt them, even in that instance, because they thought they were taking the tower, but when you release it right in front of the tower and you're not ready to use it, then it just goes away.
Now GeO needs to defend this tower in the bottom lane, and I don't think it has the HP. That's a nice snipe, though. Menge's still landing his.
Yeah, SA overall doesn't have the HP either after that snipe. Oh,
that's good. Lycan and Sir Master are dancing. It will be White to barely survive, getting the kill. The rest of Nova are here, but White lives.
Oh my goodness, doing so much damage.
Lycan won't live this, though, will he? Bracelets, Mark of the Hunter does get the kill. Elwin's already through, though, with the snare. 0-8 barely survives, and Smith absolutely decimates the entire side. Shaka will go down underneath the tower, but his sacrifice saves his low HP team.
It definitely did. All of these members are extremely low. I can't believe they survived it. It's all because of Shaka providing that excellent support, even on aggressive support like a Richter.
However, the damage that Smith found means they all need to retreat, and that means the tower will go back to GeO.
Exactly, that's good recognition on the side of GeO, realizing that they had an opportunity to go through the mid and to get that tower, but that's all they really get.
We call those effective kills. You get somebody low enough, they have to recall. It's basically the same as a kill.
Right. I would say that's the case in the early game, not that we're at level 15. You'd rather have them in base for that 60 seconds.
Absolutely.
But they will take advantage of that time regardless, and that is a sign of a good team if you're able to take advantage of even the smallest openings.
GeO now need to enforce another opening though, and they're relying on Menge for a lot of these as the snipes continue to be terrifying.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Look at Menge snipes and look for White to go in and capitalize.
Elwin's been the lead zone for so many of these. Oh, and the Ring of the Fiend is comboing so well with that snipe.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Every time you provide that vision, the snipe can come out afterward, and then you can go in for the snare to take them out. His snares have been absolutely ridiculous as well. So many times players are caught on the side of Nova when they overextend.
And he keeps catching off 0-8 as well.
Yeah, not only 0-8, he takes all the fragile heroes on the side of Nova so they can't escape. It's not like the supports or anything that are low priority targets. He gets the high priority targets every single time.
Snare stops you from doing damage as well as pinning you down. That's sometimes the most important part of it.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can easily take a fight if that happens.
Shaka gives full vision though, and that means no mercy. Thinks he can go in. He's quickly reminded, no, the bracelet's done. The snipe! It is beautiful! Elwin will go through. It's a wonderful snare. Shaka's called out. It's a slaughter in the jungle. It's like it's not done yet. He'll die fast of all. And it's 4 quick kills as GeO turn the game.
In a snap of your fingers, GeO says goodnight to 4. Oh my goodness, the snipes were just on point. And then the snare comes through, perfectly timed onto 0-8. The punish is just unreal.
GeO Esports, you have got to be kidding me.
They said Nova is good defense, Nova's good resiliency. Watch this.
Another miracle team fight from the LATAM side. They're looking for a high ground. It's Sir Mustard to challenge. The bracelet's done and snare are there. They only lose Elwyn, and that is acceptable because they get a high ground from it. Now they need to run quickly, but it's only No Mercy up, and White all that while was soloing the Dark Slayer.
Oh my goodness, that's
They're in trouble. Oh no, No Mercy's in trouble.
Yeah.
He stepped forward and Mega just deletes him.
Oh, Mega's damage is nuts right now. Look at his build, just all the way damage across. He has the Bow of the Slaughter, he has that Desicle. So TJ, you can't even kill him. You get him low, he's able to just heal right back up.
White backing off up top, does take out 0-8 in a 1v1 duel. The Dark Slayer already taken, the Abyssal will join GeO's ranks.
Oh my goodness, White this entire time has shown his skill, shown his prowess on this Necroth. Being able to take a 1v1 like that is so huge, turning what could have been a 4v5 into a 5v4. This might be it right now.
Sir Mustard will dive forward. He needs this wave clear, and I don't know that he can get it. He finds so much damage, though. That could be the turn. The Shaka dive forward with the Mark of the Hunter. GeO are decimated. Bow of Slaughter keeps backing up. He's got 2. He's got 3. Sir Mustard must back up. There's no way No Mercy could do this. He'll get 1, but it's an easy trade. 0-8 back and 4, but it's only Sir Mustard again, and he can't make this happen for a second time. He'll try for the wave clear. It does not matter. It's only 0-8. He's stalled up. The blinding light. Smith's got the kill, and GeO Esports flipped the flip table. It's back right up, and it will be game number 2, going back to GeO Esports for a 1-1 tie.
It took them falling behind in order to get back into the game. GeO Esports with their own comeback. What a performance.